Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Calhoun versus Proutt.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Good day. Mr. Calhoun, you say the defendant tried to trick you into believing you are her daughter Amaya's biological father. But after uncovering evidence that she slept with other men, you are positive the DNA will prove you are not. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Proutt, you claim that you are positive that Mr. Calhoun is Amaya's father, and the only reason he is denying her is because you put him on child support. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Calhoun, you say Ms. Proutt is pinning this child on you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
Me and Miss Proutt have been friends for a while, but when I seen that she wanted to make a relationship out of things, I cut her off, and I just kind of pushed away from her. And
how did you cut her off?
I stopped calling, stopped answering her calls and texts, pretty much ignored her existence.
Because she wanted to get serious?
Because she wanted to get serious, yes, ma'am.
So you wanted to get serious with him, Ms. Proutt?
Yes, Your Honor, I did, but he did make it understandable that's not what he wanted. But we continually to have sex, and I was cool with that. We were still messing around. I was still going back and forth to his house, and we continued to have unprotected sex.
Oh, all right, so you didn't really cut her off.
Thanks. That part.
It was like situationship. It really wasn't a relationship. It was just...
It's cute.
Situationship.
Yes,
all right, we've heard that one before.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Ms. Proutt, you still continued to have sex with him after he made it clear he didn't want to be in a relationship?
Correct, Your Honor, I did.
And at some point you found out you were pregnant?
Yes, ma'am. Me and a family member of his, we went to the store. I bought a pregnancy test, went back to his house, took the test. It was positive. The lines were fainted. The next day, I told him and showed him the test, but we were both in disbelief.
That's not true, Your Honor.
We were both in disbelief, Your Honor, that I was pregnant. He said he didn't believe me, but he wanted a DNA test. So in somewhere in there, you believed that I was pregnant because you wanted a DNA test.
So he asked for a DNA test?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
Do you remember asking for a DNA test?
I asked for a DNA test, but not when she's saying I did, Your Honor.
Well, when did you ask for it?
After I found out that she said she was pregnant, I blocked her on all social media and everything because I thought she was crazy. She called me and said that she had took fertility medicine to get pregnant by me, and she got exactly what she wanted out of me.
That's a bunch of bull.
Oh, did you say that, Ms. Proutt?
No, Your Honor, that was not what was said. I did not take any fertility pills. Once I found out I was pregnant, let me tell you how crazy. This is the crazy part. I did not believe I was pregnant. I went to about 4 or 5 different emergency rooms, and they all confirmed I was pregnant. I was still in disbelief. Went to 3 clinics. They said I was pregnant. I'm still in disbelief. This is by September. By that time, I'm 12 to 14 weeks, and I conceived between July 21st and July 25th. Mind you, me and Mr. Calhoun had sex July 24th, twice unprotectedly.
Excuse me, Your Honor, it took her 8
And
times.
that's the calendar you submitted to the court.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about that. So, the red indicates the date you were intimate with Mr. Calhoun twice.
Unprotectedly.
Unprotected. And the yellow indicates the window of conception. So, as you can see, the day you said you had sex with Mr. Calhoun falls directly in the window of conception.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's why you believe he is the father of your child.
Yes, Your Honor.
When you look at that window of conception, Mr. Calhoun, do you have any issue
Yes, ma'am.
with the dates?
Yes, Your Honor.
You don't believe you were intimate on
there's
July
no issue with the dates, but I'm saying I feel like I have reason to believe that she was intimate with other dudes besides me during those dates.
Really?
How do you have reason to believe that?
I have reason to believe that after a conversation that me and Miss Proutt had on the phone, she told me that she was having sex with a dude all the way up until the day of the July 24th.
Oh! Are you smiling because that's true, Miss Proutt?
That's not true, Your Honor. What's true is I was having sex with someone, but this was way before these 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks prior I had stopped messing with somebody else because I knew I was going to run into him at the parties. At the end of the day, he really denied my baby because he on child support. Period. Points. That's it.
It has no.
We've been back and forth. One minute I'm the daddy, I'm happy, whoop-de-whoop, blam. Then the next minute I'm not the daddy when you get hit with them papers.
Your Honor.
That's how it goes.
Your Honor, I received the child support papers. I received the child support paper 3 weeks after her daughter was born. All right.
You're on the birth certificate?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you get on the birth certificate?
I got on the birth certificate because upon getting a call from Kia, remember, I never had any contact with Kia for the whole 9 months she was pregnant.
So you didn't have any contact.
No contact.
All right.
No contact. I get a call from Kia on the day her water is broken. She's saying,
no, you did not get a call.
You have a daughter being born. Do you want to come up here and see your daughter being born? I came to the hospital just to see if she was pregnant. I never believed that she was pregnant. And she's laying there, the baby's in the nursery, and she's doing her paperwork. She says, I'm doing this paperwork. Do you wanna sign it for your daughter? I said, I don't know if this is my daughter. I want a DNA test. She tells me, oh, the hospital doesn't provide DNA tests. We have to get our own, which I found out is a total lie because I asked the nurse and she said Ms. Proutt refused the DNA test.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. So wait a minute. So how did you end up signing the birth certificate?
Oh, okay, Your Honor. So we're in there by ourselves. I told her I didn't want to sign without a DNA test. So she gets to, basically making me feel like a bad guy. You had unprotected sex with me. You know that's your daughter. I even look at the papers. And see, she didn't even have my last name as the daughter's last name. I had to tell her, if this is my daughter, you want me to sign, put my name on there.
I put my last name on my baby birth certificate. That's my baby. So I gave her my last name. You said you wanted a DNA test. Okay, why put your name on here if you haven't got your DNA test?
Because you coerced me. You made me feel like a bad person.
And so you felt like you were coerced?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Calhoun.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you say you signed that birth certificate even having doubts.
Yes.
At the moment you signed it, you still had doubt.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me what those doubts were.
My doubts come from, I'm walking to the store. I get to the store, I run into 2 neighborhood partners that I knew growing up, and they're like, you got a baby by Miss Proutt? And I'm like, yeah, supposedly. She says her little girl is mine. And they tell me, that's crazy because she said she had a baby by me before. And when I asked her to produce the paperwork and produce the pregnancy test, it was non-producible.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
So I felt
non-producible.
Yes, ma'am. She couldn't produce it. She couldn't produce it. She wouldn't.
That's a word. What's your next doubt?
Can I continue?
Oh, please.
And my second doubt, Your Honor, is the situation with Facebook. May I elaborate?
Please.
This is barely 3 weeks after she's born. And it's brought to my attention, hey, there's some guy next to your baby's picture and there's comments up under it. Everybody is saying hey, this is his baby. So I called Miss Proutt. I say, Miss Proutt, why are you telling these people that this is the father when we just talked on the phone last night and you told me I'm Amaya's father, that this dude is nothing to her? She tells me, she says, you're the stupid one that signed the papers. I told you that wasn't your daughter.
Really?
Yes.
You have evidence of that conversation?
I have evidence, Your Honor.
Oh, you do?
Yes, ma'am.
Jerome, hand me that evidence. You trying this case, ain't you, Mr. Calhoun?
Yes, Your Honor.
Trying this case. I know that's right. So you brought some evidence. From Mr. Calhoun, why you posting this pic if you said I was the father? From Kia, Miss Proutt, you a dumb blank. You signed the birth certificate knowing you ain't the father, and then you changed her last name while I was still drugged up.
I posted it, Your Honor. Yeah.
You a dumb blank.
Yeah, I
the only thing
But now you standing here saying, you the father, I don't know why you denying it. I know why he denying it. Yeah. That.
Yeah.
Now, Miss Proutt, you're in court. I want to say this, you're in court. So let's just understand that we're here to tell the truth. Were there any other men?
No, Your Honor, there was not.
You don't believe that, Mr. Calhoun?
No, Your Honor, I do not. The way she
All right, well, this court has identified a witness and they have something to say. Jerome, will you please escort the witness into the courtroom?
I'm gonna stand right next to the judge.
Okay.
Watch your step going up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. State your name for the court.
Demetria Dawson.
Ms. Dawson, you are what relationship to Ms. Proutt?
God sister.
You are her god sister?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have information as to what the relationship was between Ms. Proutt and Mr. Calhoun?
That's correct, yes, Your Honor.
Please explain to the court.
My god sister was having unprotected sex with another man. Also, before he came into the picture, myself and also other members felt that my god sister was already pregnant because of her demeanor.
What do you mean?
Her mood changed. She was very moody. So when he did come into the picture, they had unprotected sex, of course. A week later, she took a pregnancy test. That's not enough time to consider him a possibility. So, my opinion, he's not the father. Wow.
So you were there when this all transpired?
Correct.
Before she met Mr. Calhoun and reconnected with him?
Yes, Your
Now,
Honor.
she admits to the court that she had been dating another man before him, but she says she stopped sleeping with that man 2-3 weeks before she ever met Mr. Calhoun. You say that's not true?
No, Your Honor. I know it was an ongoing thing.
And so, Ms. Proutt, you look guilty.
I mean, Your Honor, I love my god sister, but baby, you wasn't there. You know, you can't just say, I mean, I expect your opinion or whatever, but you can't just say who I was sleeping with and what I was doing.
How do you respect somebody's opinion that's supposedly a lie about you?
I'm just saying, if that's how she feel, I can't change how she feel.
How she feels or what she knows?
How she feels. Just because me and the other guy were still kicking it doesn't mean we were still having sex at that time.
That's what we were doing, kicking it.
No, we were having sex.
All we was doing was kicking it.
This is exactly why we have to be here. Because you kids out here playing games, right? I always tell people, sex is not like Monopoly. It's not better with more people involved, right? It just makes a bigger mess. What relationship does Mr. Calhoun have with your daughter?
He hasn't seen her since she was 2 months.
No.
Not since she was 2 months old?
No, ma'am. Because I felt totally humiliated and embarrassed by that Facebook stuff, man.
No, you felt totally humiliated.
I really did.
Child support papers
because
is what it was.
Even, I wasn't worrying about child support, Your Honor. Even after she did the Facebook situation, she called me a day or two later and said, I'm sorry, I did that out of spite. You know you're Amaya's father. I said, no, I'm not accepting your apology. Tell me on Facebook. Apologize to me on Facebook in front of all them people you just told was her father. Because you told the world that the other dude was her father.
You still have that smirk, Ms. Proutt.
Your Honor, okay, at the end of the day, this other man is there for my child. So regardless what I'm saying.
Is he now?
He's there now. To this day, he's still there.
So he has stepped up and acted like a father.
Exactly. To this day.
But this other man is the other man you slept with.
Yes, it's him.
Well, Miss Proutt.
What am I supposed to think?
What is he supposed to think?
But he knows that he's not her father.
Have you taken a DNA test?
No.
But so how does he know?
We know. That's not.
All right. I'm tired of y'all. I'm ready for the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Calhoun versus Proutt, do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. When it comes to 6-month-old Amaya Calhoun, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Calhoun, you are the father.
Woo! Wow.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy. That's really crazy.
Why are you so upset, Ms. Proutt?
Y'all don't know what I've been through with this man. Like, this whole beef thing, I can't co-parent like that. Either we gonna co-parent the right way or it's just not gonna happen and we can go to court and figure it out like that. But I just...
All right, we don't have to co-parent. I would like full custody of her.
Oh, no.
Just like that.
You don't know nothing about her. What size do she wear? What do you know about her?
I can learn her whole life.
No. Listen. You are Amaya's biological father.
Yeah, it's a really hard pill to swallow, Your Honor.
And why do you say that? She's a beautiful...
Because I got to deal with that for the next 18 years.
Deal with what? I gave you chance after chance to try to do something.
3 weeks after the baby is born, I'm already receiving child support letters?
But listen, but you set yourself up, Mr. Calhoun. You set yourself up. I mean, look, if we're gonna really call it the way it is, you set yourself up.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anytime a man has sex with a woman unprotected, you better understand that having a baby and being on the hook for child support is a very real possibility. You have a responsibility to take care of this child financially, but you also have a legal right to seek her.
Yes, ma'am.
And you need to be in her life.
Yes, Your Honor. I plan on being in her life.
Are we clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court is adjourned.